Welcome back to Income Trading 101. Today we're going to take a look at Moderna Inc. And a few weeks ago we looked at Pfizer. Moderna is the other company that has created a vaccine for the coronavirus that's being widely used here in the US. And what's interesting is they also have an earnings update next week on February the 25th. So roughly the 25th. Let's see if I can pull that up again. There we go. So it should be February 25th. Which is going to be sometime next week. So let's go ahead and take a look. As usual, I'm going to I want to just see what this stock has really been like. It looks like we only have data back through late 2018. Let me get rid of the volume as well. Obviously, the volume has been high since it announced that it had its a vaccine as well. So let's just take a look at what the data is telling us. So price action, this was a, roughly $20 stock for a long time, really until March of last year, March of 2020, which let's expand that out. What's interesting here is that it got a pop in March, started to get a little more activity when the rest of the market went down. It doesn't surprise me given that it was a global pandemic based on the coronavirus, which these people were working on. So, you're going to take that higher and higher, and then in November was when they sort of made the announcement that they were ready with their version as well and ready to begin selling it. And so before this video is over, we're going to compare it to Pfizer as well. We're going to do what we always do and start with moving averages. Just take a look at, what do the numbers say? And this is such a strong up move. I'm expecting everything to kind of be in line, but we still are going to check it out. So we'll just go through what we always do. I like to be consistent rather than assume or anything. I want to let the data show me what's going on. So we're going to make our short term was green, our midterm is our sell signal, it's red, and then we're going to make this yellow line our longer term, a 60-day. And no surprises there. When you look at daily data, all three moving averages are in line with the short term above the mid range, which is above the long term. So no surprise that given the up move that this stock has had. And it's funny too, there really hasn't been a true retracement because each pullback has led to a newer high. We had a pullback and then it sort of muddled, and then we had this pop that happened in November. We had a pullback in December, and then we've already gone all the way through 100% and more. We've already gone all the way through that previous range here in last week or so. So let's do what I like to do next, which is switch up the time frame. We're going to shorten it up, and some of you it might be worthwhile to extend the time frame. I prefer to shorten it because I'm more likely in my trades to have a shorter term trade than a longer one. I tend to think of longer term holdings as investments. This for me is definitely trading. So when I look at this on the 4-hour bar, kind of gives me the same information that the 1 day did, except that we get to zoom in a little closer on the most recent bars, and it looks like this 10-day is kind of sticking right close to price. In fact, it already had one big down day that pushed it through our averages, both averages, which means that if that continues without another up day soon, we're going to see our moving averages cross. So it's going to get a little, what I call a little congestion. I don't like trading when prices are congested. I like to make sure that all signals are kind of firing, that all things are going the way I want, because the goal is to just get as much information as you can to make successful trades. Let's take this to a lower time frame. We'll look at the 1 hour. So you can see in the 1 hour, the 10 and the 20-day are already sort of crossing. So yeah, this is the congestion that I'm talking about over the last few trading days. By the way, Monday, the 15th, the markets were closed for President's Day here in the U.S. So even though today was Tuesday, February 16th, this was or is the first trading day of the week this week. We're going to go one step lower. I just want to see the uber short term. So look at that. When you go to the 15, we've already got a situation where the 60 period is higher than both the 10 period and the 20. And this actually in the shorter term looks more bearish to confused, because towards the end here, we have these two lines, the green and the red, you can see have crossed, and they're even out of order. So I'm not certain that I would take the trade right now. And the beauty of trading, right? You always have to consider timing of when you're going to get in. You don't have to make a move today. Sometimes waiting another day or two gives you just enough information to allow you to either confirm a trend or verify that a trend is not happening and that you should wait on the trade. So I've had to teach myself to be more patient in my trading style. And I don't know if you guys have gotten there yet, but if you haven't, you will probably. So let's get rid of these moving averages. We're going to throw in the MACD, which is sort of like a cross between moving averages and a bit of a momentum oscillator. So no surprises here with this cross back in mid-December. We were in the overbought territory. Markets came on off, crossed again, and came higher. Not really getting a signal on any trade here with the daily, but let's take it down to the hourly. Because sometimes when you have these strong uptrends, the hourly changing the time frame might allow you to see things a little differently and hopefully a little clearer. So I like this. Back in January 2021, we had a significant cross of the MACD line and the signal line. This blue line is sort of our buy period when it's in the oversold area, and it's our sell when we're in the overbought area, right, which is above the zero line. So I like this a little bit more still, with both with the MACD and the signal line hovering around the 0 point right now, the zero line. That just lets me know there's still a lot of confusion, a lot of unknowing. Most likely by the time this sort of analysis is done, the answer is going to be just hold off, wait for a little bit more data, right? So we can see actually right here, this is down in the 15-minute level. Earlier today, on February 16th, we got a crossover of the MACD line and the signal line, and we got that in the oversold category. So this would be a buy signal, but we are still with so much sort of clutter and confusion at other time frames. I'm much less likely to take a trade based on this either. So let's get rid of this. We don't really have a Fibonacci analysis that's worthwhile. I'll show you why here right now. Actually, let's expand this out. I'm back to the 1 day. We're going to expand this out. Go ahead and do a little Fibonacci because it feels good. I don't know. I just wanted to say that. We're going to take it from here down to this lower level and see how high so we got a full retracement. There really isn't any additional information to be gained from this here because it went above. I was hoping to get a better sense of how much above it went, to see if that was going to hit a Fibonacci analysis too, a Fibonacci number. But oftentimes the one that's higher, the one that matters the most is the 1.618, which is 161.8%. And we obviously have not hit that. It'd be interesting to see if we if we did end up running up. And let's see if any of these levels were significant along the way. So not as much. Maybe this 50% level here also managed to play some significance over here with this little bit of a gap. But again, I don't want to imagine things are there that aren't necessarily clear. So what we can do is get rid of this. We can get rid of this one and go to another time frame, like the 1 hour, and see if there's anything worth analyzing at this point. And again, it really doesn't look like it. It just looks like this is sort of a strong signal right now. I think overall for me, I'm going to look to hold off. Let's draw a little parallel channel. It wouldn't be income trading if I didn't draw at least one parallel channel for you guys. So I will probably look to hold off until that is a little clearer. Let's pull this up, sorry. Do that there. We're gonna pull this down. I'd like to see us break out of this channel. I really feel like that's more of a sideways channel than anything else, and which would be that lets me know, that's sort of the explanation of why our daily averages, the 10-day and the 20, are sort of converging right now. It's because we're going sideways, and the difference between the two is much tighter. That also explains why our MACD was so kind of unconclusive, at least by my own reading. So I think once we get through this, it'll give us a clearer idea, a better idea of whether the stock is going to go much higher or if it's going to pull on off again. Right now, it's tough to say. I mean, we've made new highs. We're sitting at high territory, and it could go either way. So I'm going to wait. I would wait a day or two, maybe even a week, and wait and see what this market throws at you, because, hey, tomorrow's data might actually make today's trend a lot more clear. But if I try to push it and say, no, this is going higher, no, this is going down, then I might actually find myself on the wrong side of the trade. And I don't like losing money. So I've learned to be patient, and that's where I'm ending this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so I make these videos every day. And thanks for following this journey with me. Happy trading.